NCHC. The Bulldogs haven't beaten the Fighting Hawks since 2020 as UMD hosted North Dakota in front of a nearly sold-out crowd at AMSOIL Arena. There was also Military Appreciation Weekend with Veterans Day coming up very soon. Freshman goalie Adam Guyon mans the pipes again for the Dogs. Very first shift of the game, the stretch pass by UMD finds Anthony Mangini. He's denied by Nodak goalie TJ Semptenfelter. What a name there. Now North Dakota gets a scoring chance. I couldn't see him, you couldn't see him, and the Dogs couldn't see him. Jackson Coons is there for the one-timer to give the Fighting Hawks the advantage. Into the second period now, Nodak now up 2-0, buzzing in the zone yet again. Jaden Jubinville with a chance, but Adam Guyon stretches out to make the Superman save. But if he was Superman tonight, then North Dakota was from planet Krypton. Wraparound chance is saved, but the refs don't blow the whistle until Cade Littler has already pitchforked it in. Nodak now up 3-0, and the Dogs just couldn't stop the bleeding in the second period. Louis Jermanek tipping it in to make it 4-0. Now sophomore Anthony Mangini would have a third period hat trick, but it was too late. The Bulldogs fall 7-3 to North Dakota. All can be forgotten as these two teams return to AMSOIL tomorrow for Game 2. Puck drop set for 6 p.m. You can watch it on our My9 Sports Network. In the